delegation of evangelical Christian students arrived at the Knesset on Sunday to see Israeli democracy in action. During their visit, the delegation's leaders asked Knesset member Dudu Rotem what he thought should be done about Iran.
Unfortunately, we are too late to launch a fight against those bombs. They exist already.
You said that Iran already has the nuclear weapon. Nobody in the Israeli government has said that before. What is that based on?
Read the papers. I mean, you see, there is a point where you cannot stop it anymore. And if they are having all the centrifuges and all the factories, I believe that they have got it. Now, I have no proof about it, but I think we are too late about it.
If I could humbly submit to you that we are here representing a growing number of Americans who feel that too many American politicians have the mindset of Neville Chamberlain instead of Winston Churchill in the days preceding World War II. Too many Americans are not understanding and taking seriously this threat. And so our encouragement to you is, yes, we will join you in praying to the Almighty, but we also are here to remind you that ultimately we as Americans would say to you, your strength comes from the Almighty and not from America.
I believe that the world community has to absolutely enforce, stand up and say that it's unacceptable for a member state of the United Nations to publicly call for the genocide of the Jewish people. I believe that Ahmadinejad should be brought up on war crimes for inciting genocide in the public square, and there should be utter outrage in the civilized world against this dictator Ahmadinejad.
Is the evangelical community in the U.S. mobilizing towards this cause?
I just came from Washington, D.C., where there were 4,000 Christian delegates from every state in America. And we were lobbying our government on behalf of Israel and on behalf of the future of Western civilization as we know it. So yes, the evangelical church in America and around the world is completely standing with Israel and the Jewish people.
A lot of people don't know what's happening in Iran or around the world or just in Israel for that matter, and they get a lot of misinformation from extreme left-wing and radical Islamic organizations on campuses. In fact, this initiative itself was started by Robert Stern's Eagle's Wings organization as a rebuff to an event that happened in Rutgers University where flyers were being sent around saying you can't kill Jews in America legally, but you can support those who do in Israel.
I'm glad to be here. It's an honor to be here. So I'm just glad to be getting educated on what the issues are and what's going on in the land.
I think as a student in the university in America, you very rarely hear the perspective of a member of Knesset. And so I think it's very important and crucial, like Gerald said, it's an honor and privilege to be here today to hear the exact perspective from members of the Knesset about Israel, the current political situation, and the conflict.
You know, the Western media distorts a lot of things, so you only hear one side of events, you know, what's going on from the Western media perspective. So it's really nice to be able to come here and just really evaluate for yourself and just get firsthand experience and see what everything really is about.
What we're seeing throughout the nations, not just in Israel or in America, but throughout the world, you're seeing on the top and the bottom that there's a lack of a moral compass, that there's no direction, there's no foundation, and then upon that, the geopolitical issues of our day are not being addressed with the spiritual connotations that they come with.